What's poppin' YouTube? JD here, back with yet another video for you guys. It is that time of the month when I go through all of the hottest sneakers dropping in the upcoming month. I'll tell you which ones are the must-haves, which ones are the best for resale, and also which ones are simply trash. And there is a lot to talk about in this video, so without further ado, let's get into it. So July is looking pretty nice, especially if you live in the United States, because a lot of the sneakers that you guys were promised in June have been pushed back to July. I also wanted to say sorry guys, I know I usually drop this video a few days before the month begins, but I've been trying to give you guys as many reviews as possible. A lot of sneakers have been dropping early here in Europe, so I have been pushing out the reviews and I hope you guys have enjoyed them. I am filming this video on July the 1st, so I wanted to say happy Canada Day to all of my fellow Canadians, and to all of my American viewers, I wanted to wish you guys a happy 4th of July weekend. So let's get into it. On July the 1st, which is today, we got the Dunk Low in the varsity red color dropping. This sneaker did release early here in Europe and I did do a full review. I will leave a link to it up here. Unfortunately, I actually took an L on this sneaker, but I did end up paying resale for several pairs. And if you guys were lucky enough to cop this sneaker for retail, I would hold on to them because to me, this is pretty much a guaranteed good investment. If you look at the resale performance of some of the other dunks that have dropped this year, especially these two-tone dunks that are mixed with white, such as the Syracuse and the Kentucky, both of those pairs are selling for absolutely ridiculous numbers right now, more than $400 in almost every size. And red is definitely one of the most popular colors out there on sneakers. I'm not gonna say it's more wearable than orange or blue, but I will say that at the very least, expect resale on these to hit the same levels as those, maybe even more. On July the 2nd, we're going to be getting a Jordan 14. That is the red Toro. And I'm not a huge Jordan 14 fan, but I gotta say this colorway is actually pretty dope. It reminds me of a Ferrari. In some of the bigger sizes, you can expect some okay resale, like just lunch money. So if you are planning to cop for resale, I would only pretty much go after the bigger sizes. Also on July the 2nd here in Europe, we're going to be getting the Nike SB Dunk Low in this ACG colorway. If you know anything about ACG, you will immediately recognize these colors. We got the purple, the red, and the yellow. So fans of ACG and especially like the tech wear community are gonna want to go after this sneaker. This sneaker is actually gonna be a regular Nike release. It's not gonna be like in skate shops only. That being said though, it is 2020. The hype on dunks is really high right now. So it's not gonna be an easy cop. This sneaker will be releasing a little bit later on July the 10th in the United States. So just keep it on your radar, the Nike Dunk Low ACG. Expect some pretty decent resale in any size, so this is definitely a sneaker worth going for. On July the 3rd in the US, we are finally getting the release of the Nike Space Hippie series. There's gonna be 4 sneakers dropping in similar colorways. I already have the Space Hippie 03s and I did do a full review. Once again, I will leave a link to it up here. I know, right? How do I have all these sneakers? Am I from the future? So the Space Hippie 01, the 02, and the 03 are gonna be very, very limited. And because this is such an interesting story, so we know that at least 50% of the weight of this sneaker is made out of recyclable materials. These sneakers just have a really cool story behind it, and even more so than that, they just look really dope. I did say in my review of this sneaker that I actually thought this was one of the best sneakers to release this year. The 03s will definitely have the highest resale of any of the other sneakers in this group. And because of how limited these sneakers are and the pretty dope story behind them, I do expect that long term, these are gonna be a very, very good hold. So I would not sell now. However, it is not a sneaker for everyone. So I wouldn't feel comfortable telling people to go out there and pay resale and buy this for an investment, because I just don't think it's a very safe investment. I think if you manage to cop for retail, then I wouldn't sell right now, I would hold on to it. On July the 7th, we're gonna be getting the Jordan 5 in the alternate grape colorway. In 2020, the hype on Jordan 5s is definitely creeping back up. And for everyone out there who has been begging Nike and Travis Scott to release those friends and family Jordan 4s, you know which ones I'm talking about, the purple joints. These 5s look pretty damn close to those 4s. I'm personally a huge fan of purple on sneakers, even a lot of purple like this. So I might even cop this pair for personal. And I do think that there's actually going to be resale on this sneaker because of how unique this shoe is. Just don't expect a lot of resale, but there will be lunch money in almost any size, especially the bigger sizes. On July the 8th, now this is the day that every sneakerhead out there will stand in unity and collect that L, because we're gonna be getting the Jordan 1 Dior's dropping on this day. There actually was already an online raffle for this sneaker, and if you don't receive a winning email either today or tomorrow, so tomorrow is July the 2nd, if you haven't received your winning email by tomorrow, that means you have already taken an L on this. The retail price of this sneaker is $2,000, but when it comes to resale, this sneaker might resell for around $7,000, so there's definitely a lot of money to be made with this shoe. I personally do not like at all the way the high tops look. I'm a huge fan of the low tops though. The low tops are way better than the high tops in this version, but I still wouldn't spend that kind of money on a sneaker. I would definitely resell it if I copped it. Actually, if any of you guys managed to get lucky and get that winning email, here's what I would do if I had a winning email. I would call 2 of my biggest and strongest homies possible, because there is no way I would go pick these shoes up by myself. I just wouldn't do it for safety concerns. If you don't know any huge guys, I would probably call up a security firm and at least take some bodyguards with you. I'm not joking, guys. I really don't suggest, if you win this pair, I really don't suggest going to the Dior store on your own trying to cop this, because there's definitely a lot of people after this shoe, and people do crazy things for shoes. On July the 10th, the Jordan 11 Concord Sketch Lows are going to be dropping. This is supposed to be a woman's only release. Fans of the Jordan 11, you guys, I know you guys like this colorway a lot, and based on how the prices are performing right now, I do not suggest copping this sneaker for resale. In fact, the sneaker is actually sitting in most stores here in Europe. But if you like the colorway, I actually think this is a sick colorway. I'm not a fan of Jordan 11 lows, but this is a really nice colorway. If you like the colorway, definitely go ahead and cop. On July 11th, there's 2 huge releases dropping. The first of which is this Jordan 1 Smoke Gray. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think of these Jordan 1 Smoke Grays? I know a lot of people are calling this the Union 1's knockoffs. I actually think that's a bit of an insult to the Union 1's. I think the Union 1's look a lot better than the shoe. But yeah, I guess it's pretty much the same concept. I mean, nobody says Jordan is the most original brand out there. We get 35 colorways of the Jordan 1 every year. But with all that being said though, I can't hate on this colorway. It's a pretty damn nice colorway, especially considering that most of us are gonna get L's on those Dior ones. This is a pretty similar colorway to the Dior ones, of course, minus that red on the top. It's almost like a combination of the Union ones and the Dior ones. That is just one of the reasons why I think this sneaker might just be one of the best holds this year for Jordan 1s. So if you guys manage to cop this sneaker, I would not sell these immediately. This one I would hold for a year, because a sneaker like this, which looks like a combination of 2 of the most hyped Jordan 1s, I think a sneaker like this has a ton of potential when it comes to resale. I'll be honest though, if I cop this, I'll probably rock it for personal. I think it's just a really sick colorway. Also on July the 11th, we're gonna be getting the Yeezy MNVN, or Minivan, in this bone colorway. Once again, I've already done a review on this. Leave a link to it up here. I actually think this is probably the best colorway of the MNVNs to drop. It actually dropped almost 2 months ago in Europe, so US is definitely getting these pretty late. Because the retail price on this is only $220, it is a very, very profitable sneaker, so it doesn't matter what size you get. This is definitely a good sneaker to cop for resale. Although personally, I wouldn't hold on to it. I would probably quick sell these. On July the 18th, we're finally getting this sneaker. We have talked about this sneaker now for I think the last 3 months, and that is the Yeezy 350 V2 in the Zyon colorway. I know a lot of people, myself included, are pretty tired of seeing so many colorways of the 350 V2 drop. But with all that being said though, this is a pretty nice colorway of the 350s. I think this is the closest colorway we've seen to the Turtle Doves. And from what I'm hearing, there is gonna be a ton of stock of this sneaker, and I expect it to completely sell out. So I think this might be the resale W of the month. You can try to cop as many pairs as possible. Because there are so many pairs of this sneaker dropping, I expect in the first couple of weeks right after resale, the prices are gonna drop a little bit. but this one I would definitely hold on to it. It's a very, very nice colorway, so definitely worth a hold. Finally, on July the 25th, we are getting definitely what my opinion is the cop of the month, might just be the cop of the year. That is the Off-White Jordan 4 in this sail colorway. I mean, look at these things, guys. To me, this is like an absolute work of art. I'm a huge fan of Jordan 4s, and seeing it in this super clean sail colorway, I definitely want this for myself. I am pretty worried though that because this is supposed to be a women's only release, normally for women's Jordan releases, especially really limited ones, they only go up to a US size 10.5 in men's, and I do wear size 11, so I'm really hoping they actually make this sneaker in my size, because this is one that I definitely have to cop for personal. It goes without saying, resale for this is gonna be off the charts, especially in the bigger and more rare men's sizes. I'm probably gonna take an L on this sneaker, but if resale is decent, and if, of course, if they make it in my size, I will definitely pay resale for this. I just think it's that dope. Before we end the video, let's just quickly talk about some sneakers that are rumored to drop in July. We don't have a confirmed release date yet. I'll just quickly go through them. First of all is this Dunk Low in the Simba colorway. Then there is this new silhouette from Off-White and Nike. They're calling this the Dunk Low Rubber. It might just come out in this golden colorway. Also, we have the Dunk Low in the Strawberry Cough. And we might also be getting this Sakai, I believe they're called the Vapor Waffles, an absolutely crazy looking new silhouette from Nike. All four of these sneakers, if they drop, expect really good resale. Out of these four, I'm definitely looking to cop those Vapor Waffles for personal. I'm sure a lot of you guys disagree with me and think that that sneaker looks absolutely trash, but not in my opinion. I think it's a sick looking sneaker. But that's pretty much every sneaker that we've heard about so far that will be dropping in July. Of course, I will drop an updated video of this in a few weeks time if there are any other new sneakers that are confirmed to release, so look out for that. And once again, I just wanted to say you guys are the best. Thank you guys so much for all the love, the support, the positivity, especially all you guys who follow me on Instagram. By the way, the handle is right here. It is at JDKick6. Thank you for all the messages you guys send me on Instagram. I read all of them and I really appreciate it. And yeah, I wish you guys a great month and whatever is left of this summer. I hope you guys have an amazing time. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, guys, peace.